Well, hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Wednesday, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. Hey, can I just say, I know that there were some technical difficulties at the Grammys yesterday. People's mics not working, music not playing when it should have been playing, and I know you were sitting there thinking, this sounds a lot like the way Glenn ZB runs the Mike Hosking Breakfast on News Talk ZB. But it wasn't me. I was not the technical director of the Grammys. Okay? Not my fault, that stuff. And if Adele sings out of tune, that's also not my fault. I didn't actually think she was as bad as people seem to say. And I actually thought, and it pains me to say this because I'm not a massive Justin Bieber fan, but when he had to sing with no music, it sounded alright. But yeah, the whole no music thing, mic's not working. The stuff you heard on the Mike Hosking Breakfast this morning that went wrong, like ironically when we actually did a review of those things and I played the wrong music in the wrong place, that was my fault. So I can see where you could have got confused. Speaking of big stars, we've spent, the production team of the Mike Hosking Breakfast, all of us, the vast swathes of us, we've been trying to get John Oliver on the show in the wake of the his coverage of the Stephen Joyce dildo affair. The dildo Baggins affair, as it's become to be known in some quarters. And John Oliver, on his television program, did quite a big piece on it. And so we thought it would be funny, because we talk to Stephen Joyce every Wednesday morning on our show. It would be funny if suddenly there was John Oliver talking to Stephen Joyce. But apparently he doesn't do anything when they're producing his show. He's not available for anything. Nothing. Which is weird. I'm available for everything when I'm producing our show. Mind you, our show does run about 49 weeks of the year. So if I wasn't available, that'd be quite a small window for me to be available. And I don't think I can really afford to be unavailable. John Oliver, on the other hand, apparently can. But if you're watching this, John Oliver, call us. And I'm sure you are. Maybe not right now, because my little thing in the corner says 0 people watching right now. But maybe later. Maybe on my YouTube channel, glennzb TV, on YouTube. Maybe clicking the link on the Facebook page later on. He'll have a catch up. Probably binge watch me, like a lot of people do, won't you? So, hey John, when you're watching. China. Funny old China. You gotta laugh at China. Funny old place, China. They're opening the world's largest radio telescope. There it is. It's a slightly hazy picture, admittedly, but remember, this is China, where they close entire cities because of pollution. And where they're doing quite good business in jarred fresh air, and where they've recently opened movie theatres where you are guaranteed fresh air in the movie theatre. So anyway, it's no wonder they need such a large radio telescope to see past all that stuff out into space. But the interesting thing about this is that, yet again, there were some people who lived here. They've been moved along. Just 9,000 people, just the 9,000. So, I mean, percentage-wise, like, of China's population, not that big a percentage. Admittedly, 100% of the people who lived there, and each family, 100% of those families living there, they've moved. I wonder where I'm sure it's nice where they've gone. I'm sure it's nicer. Not as radio telescopy, that's for sure. Finally, I know that you've been waiting for this, a butter Bandaid update. What's happening on that desk? You'll recall yesterday things had developed quite dramatically because we had the Bandaid added to the butter, and I was wondering whether that's because of possible injuries, past injuries, existing injuries that have been caused by opening those things. You're going to have the Bandaid on standby. Well, today, I went out and had another look, and here's the situation today. What do you mean that's the same picture? Well, yes, all right. That is, although I did actually go out there and have a look, but I just thought, well, nothing's changed. Do I really need to take another picture and send that through to myself and then print that off and then go and get, when I could just use the... when there's no change, that's an interesting question, is there? Do I need to do a... Probably should have. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on any further developments. And who knows, tomorrow, even if there aren't any, maybe I'll take a new picture of exactly the same thing. Is that what you want? You're a very demanding audience, aren't you? But thank you so much for having me up your Periscope anyway. That was glennzb TV for Wednesday. I will see you back here again tomorrow.